We have the Roselle, aka Sorrel right here. We have jalapeno pepper, Scotch bonnet pepper, and also some banana peppers in this. So let me get you guys down in on these Scotch bonnet peppers. This is my first major fall harvesting of these Scotch bonnet peppers. I don't have to store or can peppers or a lot of things like other gardeners do. I'm in a subtropical climate and I can grow for maybe 8 months out of the year. I can grow things comfortably. For the few months that I can't grow peppers and those stuff, I can grow other things. I just have to stockpile my peppers and a few other things for just a couple of months. But I still go ahead and can a few things that my family and I enjoy to have. Things like our pickling cucumbers. I'll can those because those things I'll eat them on a daily basis. I'll have them on a regular basis. So I go ahead and I'll can those. For my Scotch bonnet peppers and hot peppers on a whole, I'll just put them in the refrigerator. When it comes to homesteading and gardening, homesteading and gardening is not a competition. It's not my garden is looking much better than my neighbor's garden or anything of the sort. It is what I can do to feed my family. It is what I can do for us not to go hungry. That is all backyard gardening and homesteading should be about. But now with the internet and a whole lot of people in internet land, gardening, homesteading, it has become a competition. Everything has become a competition in internet land. So this is just 2 pepper plants which I'm harvesting from today, and I'm sure I'll be getting enough pepper to put away until about March, because once the spring hits I can go ahead and start replanting, and within 12 to 16 weeks I'll be having more hot peppers again in the garden. So it's not a long break for me here, but it all depends on which part of the world you're in. So that's where gardening can differ or may differ. We can even be in the same zone and gardening differs for us, just depending on which direction your gardening is facing, the amount of shade or sunlight it gets throughout the day. A whole lot of things can factor in. Whether you're doing an in-ground garden or container gardening, I do both. But before, this is my first time doing container gardening, by the way. But before, I normally just plant in-ground, the good old natural way. But now planting in grow bag, it is giving me a different perception on gardening. It is way more time consuming planting in grow bags. You have to water more, you have to feed the plants more. So I have to be making rabbit manure tea and feeding these plants, which when they were in-ground or when the garden was just an in-ground garden, all I would do would just pour rabbit manure on the earth, pour rabbit urine onto the earth and leave it alone. Also got a few jalapeno inside here. I'm going over to that banana pepper now to see what I can get from it. So down on this banana pepper here, I think this banana pepper has been in this bag from June, but it just keep on going, and I'm just gonna be working with it until it has nothing more to offer. So I still can go ahead and harvest from these peppers all the way up until about December. I have some white flies coming onto this pepper right here, but I think I can drop some rabbit manure around this plant. I realize that most of these pests, they hate the smell of rabbit urine. Rabbit urine, I should say. I said rabbit manure. I should just drop some rabbit urine around this plant for the white flies. I realize that most of the pests that we have here in Florida during the warmer months, they just don't like to be around the plants when you pour the rabbit urine close to them. I don't put the rabbit urine on the leaves or on any of the plants, but I just treat around the plant with it. So I'll just go, dilute it, and sprinkle it into the ground or into the container. Time is getting really cool. We're in the 50s today. Think I could do some amaranth and maybe fried dumpling for dinner. Let's see. This is my bundle of amaranth right here. Amaranth is another survival food which we're going to talk about. We have some more amaranth in this side of the garden, shading out some of these things. I'm just going to go ahead and clip some out. And these are beautiful. So this is what we have here again. We're just going to combine it with those that we have over there, and I'll show you guys the bundle. This is what I have here for amaranth, and these are the peppers that I got. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a few cucumber, and then we can talk about survival a bit. So these are some of the pickling cucumbers growing on the trellis around this side. I love to get them when they are young. Still have the little spiky things on them. I love to get them when they're this young. Much more crunchier, and this is how I enjoy them. And this variety, they don't grow very large, so you have to get them when they're small, green and crunchy. If you allow them to get too overly full on the tree or mature, then you're going to be in problem. Your cucumbers are going to start dying back. This is still the passion fruit, still going, still trying to grow, but I'm getting rid of it. Down here we can come in and we can get some more of these pickling cucumbers. I can hardly bend my legs because I got a muscle pull on Sunday playing a soccer game, so I'm still recovering right now. Down here we have about 4 or 5 right in this cluster right here. I'm just gonna get them out. Well, this is more than 5. I'm just gonna go ahead and nip them off. I have some more down here. And I think one more is here. Oh, 2 more. Let me go ahead and get a few roselle also. We call these sorrel back home in Jamaica on the islands. We normally use them in our Christmas wine or Christmas drink. It's a tradition. So when it comes to Christmas, we use these to make a drink or a strong wine, and we have it with the black fruit cake. It's called the rum cake or the Caribbean black fruit cake. We have some more on this side. Let me just get them also. I won't be destroying the plant. I'm just going to leave the plant in ground. Over the winter it will dry back and I can use it as mulch in the garden. So this is the morning harvest. We have some cucumbers here. We have some amaranth over here. We have the roselle, aka sorrel, right here. We have jalapeno pepper, Scotch bonnet pepper, and also some banana peppers in this. All of these are going in the refrigerator, the deep freeze, for storage, and these will be used for my Christmas sorrel wine. These I think I'm going to pickle a few of these and maybe give away a few to friends. You guys know that these are definitely going down today in the pot. And the reason why the topic of survival came up this morning, I just read a text maybe about an hour ago. Not a text, but a comment from one of my subscribers, I think. And they were saying that they don't eat rabbit because growing up they had friends or a friend in school that had rabbit, and they were cute and they will use the rabbit manure for fertilizer in their garden. And I totally respect that. That is their choice. And they were not going against my choice either. It was totally respectful. But it just brought me to this stage to share something with you guys. The primary reason for having rabbit for me is to get the manure on a daily basis to fertilize the garden. However, rabbits to me are like a fire extinguisher. You don't always need them. You don't need rabbit meat every day. But that one time when the grid goes down and you can't get meat to eat and you want something, rabbit will always be there for me. I don't need to go to the feed store to get feed to feed a rabbit. Rabbit will eat almost any greenery that is around. I can pull them, I can feed rabbit. These are small animals that don't take a lot. They don't take a lot of food, they don't take a lot of water. And their gestation period is about 28 days. So for me, rabbits nala. So for me, rabbits are one of the most versatile backyard animal you could have, or even farm animal that you could have. They are out doing pigs, cow, and even goat. They're taking less feed and giving you more protein. In the case of a food shortage, rabbit are going to be your best bet. They take up less space, they are not noisy. You can use the manure in your garden, you can use the urine in your garden, and you don't have to buy store-bought feed for them, or you don't have to buy feed from the store for them. You can go, pull some weeds, pull some leafy green, pull grass, and you can go ahead and feed your rabbit. A little bit of water goes a long way for them when they're on grass alone. So these are just survival mechanism. Right now I have about 8 or 10 rabbits left, and I'm going to decrease till I have maybe about 1 buck and 2 doe. That will be good for me right now. But just in case anything should go wrong, I have those rabbits can breed to have meat to feed the family. The garden will be there to provide greens. And in saying all of this, my heart goes out to the people of Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, and wherever next this storm is going to. I just wish you guys all the best and a speedy recovery. It's just a survival mechanism for me to have those things in place. It's best to have it and don't want it than to want it and don't have it. So on the homestead, I don't just go for gardening. I have the rabbits aside just in case I have a source of meat for the family. Also in survival, it is not just providing or producing the food on the homestead or within the house. You have to have the capability to defend it. So we don't just go out there and plant in the backyard or rear animal and tell ourselves that, oh, if hard times come, this is for the family. That's not how it goes. If hard times come, when people are hungry, they're going to hunt you for food. They're going to come and they're going to try to get what you have. It is up to you to decide whether you want to give or you want to save that for your family. And if you want to give, all is well. But if you want to save that for your family, that is where the problem lies. So you have to find some way to protect your food and your family by any means if you should have hard times. Surviving or preparing doesn't go with your garden alone. Even though I'm a gardener, I stock MRE, meals ready to eat, in my pantry. I go ahead and I try to stock 6 months worth of food within the pantry. Stock yourself up. Then your garden can be there to give you the food that you want on a daily basis. But if you should have a spell of bad weather and your harvest isn't great for one season, you and your family won't go hungry because you have already packed away those non-perishable items. So go ahead, be diverse in how you prepare, in how you store your food, and pack away for you and your family. We don't know what's coming. We're not planning for anything. We're not hoping for anything bad to happen, but you just never can tell. What I'm simply trying to say is, in survival, you don't have a lot of choices. You don't have options when it comes to survival. So you just have to do your best to stay afloat. So that's it from Country Marro. See you all in the next one. God bless. Stay safe.